For a split second, the stadium went quiet, not because nothing was happening, but because something inevitable was about to. The scoreboard told a tense story. The league table hovered in everyone's mind. And standing near the edge of the penalty area, shoulders squared, eyes scanning the chaos, was a man who has made a career out of answering pressure with precision. When the ball finally reached him, time didn't slow. It obeyed. This was the night Cristiano Ronaldo delivered a five-star performance, scoring, assisting, commanding, and guiding Al Nassr FC back to the summit of the Saudi Pro League. But this wasn't just about a goal and an assist. It was about reclaiming authority. A summit slipped, and the weight of response. League titles are not won in one dramatic sweep. They are defended week after week against creeping doubt. Al Nassr had tasted the top. Then, briefly, it slipped. Rivals closed in. Headlines sharpened. Analysts questioned momentum. Inside the dressing room before kickoff, there were no dramatic speeches. Just focus. Ronaldo sat quietly, tying his boots with deliberate calm. Around him, younger teammates buzzed with nervous energy. They understood what this match meant. Reclaiming the lead wasn't symbolic, it was psychological. And in football, psychology often wins before tactics do. When they stepped onto the pitch, the roar from the Riyadh crowd wasn't casual support. It was expectation. Early signals. The first 15 minutes were tense. The opposition pressed aggressively, sensing vulnerability. Passes were hurried. Space was contested. Ronaldo drifted, not demanding the ball but studying the rhythm. He has long understood that games reveal themselves in layers. You don't force dominance. You sense it forming. A quick exchange near midfield opened the first real opportunity. Ronaldo received the ball, shielded it with strength, and laid it off instinctively. The move ended in a narrow miss. He didn't react outwardly. He simply clapped once, urging sharper movement. That clap meant, "We're close." The assist, precision under pressure. The breakthrough arrived not from individual brilliance, but from collective movement orchestrated by one mind. Ronaldo dropped deeper than expected, pulling defenders with him. His presence alone bends defensive lines. As he held possession, he scanned, left, right, forward. Then he saw it, a diagonal run slicing between two defenders. Without hesitation, he delivered a perfectly weighted through ball, not too hard, not too soft, threading a gap invisible to most. The forward met it in stride. Goal. The stadium erupted. The scorer pointed immediately toward Ronaldo. Because everyone knew who authored the moment. Ronaldo's response was measured, a raised hand, a nod, a quick jog back to position. The assist wasn't flashy. It was surgical. And it shifted everything. Momentum reclaimed. After the goal, Al Nassr's posture changed. Confidence returned to their passes. The press became synchronized. The crowd sensed it too, chants grew louder, belief thicker. But football punishes complacency. The opposition responded with urgency, testing the defensive line, forcing saves, creating tension. Ronaldo tracked back repeatedly, pressing defenders, even intercepting a pass near midfield. His work rate was unmistakable. At this stage of his career, effort carries symbolism. He wasn't just contributing, he was setting the standard. The goal, authority restored. Midway through the second half, the defining moment arrived. A loose ball ricocheted toward the edge of the box. Ronaldo reacted faster than anyone else. One touch to control, another to position. A defender lunged. Too late. The strike was low, powerful, and unhesitating. The net rippled. The noise was immediate and overwhelming. This wasn't just a goal to extend a lead. It was a statement to the league. Ronaldo stood tall, fists clenched, absorbing the roar. No elaborate choreography. No theatrics. Just presence. Five-star performances are rarely about flair alone. They are about timing. And this was perfect timing. The veterans calm. With the lead secured, Ronaldo's game evolved again. He slowed tempo when necessary. He directed traffic with subtle gestures. He encouraged defensive organization, even pointing teammates into position during opposition buildup. He nearly added another goal with a towering header that skimmed over the crossbar. The leap still carried echoes of his prime years, vertical, controlled, commanding. But what stood out most was composure. When a teammate hesitated under pressure, Ronaldo offered a quick pat on the back instead of frustration. Leadership isn't always loud. Sometimes it's reassuring. The final minutes. As the clock ticked toward full time, the tension softened but never disappeared. One mistake could still reopen the contest. Ronaldo remained sharp, pressing high even in the 85th minute, chasing down defenders who dared linger on the ball. The crowd began to chant his name, not out of nostalgia, but gratitude. When the referee blew the final whistle, relief blended with triumph. Al Nassr had retaken the summit, and Ronaldo had been at the center of it. Beyond the statistics, 1 goal, 1 assist. On paper, those numbers are clear. But what they fail to show are the invisible contributions. The movements that stretched defensive lines. The vocal leadership that stabilized nerves. The relentless pressing that disrupted rhythm. The timing of decisive actions. A 5-star display is not just about output. It's about influence. And Ronaldo's influence was everywhere. Reclaiming the narrative. League races are stories written weekly. When you fall from the top, even briefly, doubt creeps in. Rivals sense weakness. Media magnifies uncertainty. By delivering in this high-pressure moment, Ronaldo didn't just secure 3 points. He rewrote the narrative. From vulnerability to authority. From hesitation to dominance. From second place back to first. Evolution of greatness. Years ago, Ronaldo's 5-star performances were defined by hat tricks and spectacular free kicks. Now, they are defined by completeness. He creates. He finishes. He organizes. He inspires. Greatness evolves with time. It adapts. It refines. And on this night, that evolution was evident in every movement. The crowd's faith rewarded. As fans filtered out of the stadium, many lingered, replaying the goal on their phones, discussing the precision of the assist, smiling at the memory of his composed celebration. For them, it wasn't just a match. It was reassurance. Reassurance that their team could stumble and rise again. Reassurance that their leader thrives when the summit is at stake. The summit secured, for now. League tables are temporary. Challenges will return. Pressure will rise again. But this match will linger in memory as the night Al Nassr reclaimed control, not through chaos but through clarity. And at the heart of it stood Cristiano Ronaldo, delivering a 5-star display not by overwhelming theatrics but by mastering the moment. Because when titles hang in balance and expectation presses from every side, the greatest players don't hide. They step forward. They create. They score. They lead. And once again, Ronaldo did exactly that, lifting Al Nassr back to the top where they intended to remain.